You know, one of the most common questions I get when it comes to taking care of indoor plants is how to properly water them. And you know, folks, really nothing could be easier if you follow a few general rules of thumb. Now, first off, there's some factors that sort of indicate how much water a plant will need as far as how often you need to water it. First off, plants that are in small pots, like this one you see right here, need to be watered more often. They just simply dry out faster than a plant growing in a larger pot. So keep in mind the smaller pots will be watered more often than plants in larger pots. Also, the kind of plant influences how often you water. Plants like these cacti and succulents need to be watered relatively seldom compared to these foliage plants. Spathiphyllums or peace lilies in particular are really dramatic if you don't water them enough. If they wilt, you know you haven't watered them enough. And by the way, that's not a good way to judge when to water a plant. You need to water plants before they actually get to that wilting stage to keep them healthy and in good shape. Now, when it comes to watering the plant, nothing could be easier. What you want to do is you want to apply the water generously enough to where it runs out of the drainage holes. You know, with a lot of my smaller house plants, I like to bring them to the kitchen sink and water them there, let them drain thoroughly. You see the water coming out of the drainage holes? That lets you know you've watered enough. If you don't see the water come out of the drainage holes, you might not have wet the entire root ball. So when it comes to watering, water the plants thoroughly and then stick your finger in the pot every now and again. When it starts to feel dry, then you water thoroughly again. So take good care of your houseplants. Proper watering should not be a mystery or hard to do. Water when the soil feels dry to your finger, and you'll always do well. Forget it growing. I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.